So how does Canelo beat Crawford? Do you think that's a stoppage?
He could beat him, he could stop him. It could happen anyhow, from both of the sides.
Yeah. Crawford, how good is Crawford?
Crawford is amazing, not just good, he's amazing.
Canelo's really good, really good. But I think Crawford is special. I know he hasn't fought the resume everyone wants, but you have that or you don't have that ingredient.
Bivol has shared his thoughts on the upcoming showdown between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, and he's siding with Crawford. In a recent interview, Bivol acknowledged Canelo's power and experience, but said Crawford's adaptability, fight IQ, and accuracy give him the upper hand. He highlighted Crawford's ability to switch stances effortlessly and wear opponents down round by round, calling it a serious challenge even for someone of Canelo's level. Having already handed Canelo one of his few career losses, Bivol believes Crawford's speed and technical skill could be the deciding factors in outboxing the Mexican superstar.
Do you give the blueprint to Terence to beat Canelo Alvarez?
Just need to do his job, what he's doing well. He's changing his stance, he's moving a lot, he's keeping distance. Like this he could win, of course, not with changing punches with him.
Who do you think has more power out of the two?
Canelo, of course, he got used to this weight class more than Crawford. He needs to get used to this power, even he's big.
So how does Canelo beat Crawford? Do you think that's a stoppage?
He could beat him, he could stop him. It could happen anyhow, from both of the sides. And Canelo, of course, will try to find some hard punch.
Dmitry Bivol recently admitted he's never met Terence Crawford and isn't sure of his exact size. "I don't remember Crawford's measurements," he said, but that hasn't stopped him from admiring the pound-for-pound star. Bivol praised Crawford's impressive skill set and said his move up in weight is no accident. He went on to call Crawford one of my favorite fighters, highlighting his intelligence and adaptability in the ring. According to Bivol, Crawford has what it takes to win this fight.
To be honest, I didn't see, Crawford in real life. I don't know how big he is. But the size, when I came to boxing gym and my coach told me that one of the rules, it's like respect the weight classes, You should respect weight classes. But he has a very good skill. He's one of my favorite fighters. Active fighters now.
Showbiz the Adult, a well-known boxing commentator, has changed his outlook on the Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez matchup. While he was initially doubtful about Crawford's chances because of the size difference, he now sees a clear path for Crawford to win. In a recent video, he pointed out that Canelo struggles when forced to fight moving backward, a weakness Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Dmitry Bivol have both exploited. Showbiz believes Crawford can take advantage of this by using a steady body jab to the belt line, which could slow Canelo's forward pressure and affect his defense. Paired with sharp footwork and smart jabs, this tactic could allow Crawford to control the pace and distance, giving him a real shot at a decisive victory.
Bivol is the fight you got to study if you're Crawford. Crawford ain't Floyd, but he can do a Bivol. The problem is Bivol's a big dude. This is rough because this fight is only a matchup fight. Let me tell you what I mean. I got a lot of fighters Canelo fought at 168 beating Crawford. I got Caleb Plant beating Crawford. I got Berlanga beating Crawford. I got Callum Smith beating Crawford. Just way too huge, of course. But that's why Crawford ain't campaigning at 168. He's trying to beat Canelo because Canelo is a special case. He's one of the best fighters of all time, and he's actually a little guy who ballooned up to 168.
Bivol emphasizes that Crawford's adaptability and ring IQ are key advantages. He advises Crawford to keep his distance, use his stance-switching skills, and avoid getting into long exchanges with Canelo. Bivol points out that Canelo often relaxes after throwing hard shots, something an active, elusive opponent can capitalize on. He also stresses the need for Crawford to adjust to the power and pressure at 168 pounds. According to Bivol, mental preparation is just as important as physical training, as a strong mindset can help prevent fear or fatigue from taking over. His advice makes it clear: Crawford must be ready both physically and mentally to handle everything Canelo brings.
First reaction, of course, it was about size of Crawford. Is it okay for him to move up for 2 weight classes? Yeah, and he has very good skill. He able to win this fight, but there is a lot of but, and even not but. There is a lot of things, small things, which we don't know how he will deal with this. He needs to get used to the power and pressure of 168. Maybe he will get used to it, and how he will be feeling himself on the same day when he will fighting, how his training camp will go on, a lot of things. But he's able, he has good skills, he's awkward, he can use 2 boxing stance. It gives him benefits, of course.
Former heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua has shared his take on the upcoming fight. While he recognizes the clear size advantage in Canelo's favor, Joshua stressed that the real deciding factor is a fighter's hunger and drive. If Crawford is motivated, focused, and trains the right way, he could still surprise people, Joshua said. He believes Crawford's determination and dedication could help him overcome Canelo's physical edge. For Joshua, this mindset highlights the unpredictable nature of boxing, where heart and willpower can sometimes outweigh size and strength.
Time check this, it is 7:36 in the morning. Delighted to be joined by Anthony Joshua. We've just witnessed Canelo Alvarez become, for the second time, undisputed champion. Your thoughts on the fight with William Skull?
I think it was a good fight. Made it a bit tricky for Canelo to showcase everything that he has in his arsenal, but he got the job done at the end of the day. Didn't take much punishment and can look forward to having that fight with Crawford now, you know, and a 2-time undisputed champion, you know. They don't give them titles out. He's earned it, and credit to him and his team.
As you just said there, the fight for Crawford is now set for September. One of them fantasy fights, I suppose, we didn't really see us getting. We are getting it. There is a weight difference there, but yeah, it's on for September, Crawford and Canelo.
Yeah, I wasn't too keen on the catchweight stuff. I feel like there's no rehydration clause, is there? No, so that would be good. And then I feel like Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr. showed us that weight is good. Like, there are weight categories for a reason, but you know, providing they're both skilled and talented, there's not much difference in weight. It's just who wants to win. And watching that fight, Conor Benn and Chris Eubank just showcased that weight is, it's all about that. You know, so I'm looking forward to the Crawford and Canelo fight, because I feel like Bud wants to like prove a point. Do you know what I mean? So it'll be a good fight. He was just over there a second ago, to be calling him Bud like I know him. But Terence Crawford was just over there, to be fair. So yeah.
Boxing legend Oscar de la Hoya shared one of the sport's oldest truths. A good small man rarely beats a good big man. While he respects Crawford's skills, de la Hoya believes the odds are against him. In boxing, size, power, and durability often make the difference. And Canelo has all 3 in abundance.
Canelo Alvarez fought Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. We promoted that fight many years ago. Didn't knock him out, couldn't hurt him. So imagine if Jake Paul can hurt or even wobble Chavez Jr. It's something that Canelo didn't do or couldn't do. So Jake Paul, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., it's a real fight. Yeah. Look, people keep talking about Jake Paul, well, he's not a real fighter, this and that. Well, he's fighting a real fighter now in Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. It's going to be a good test for both guys. Obviously, Jake Paul, he's a masterclass promoter in what he does. He's been doing some great things. I mean, Mike Tyson, 60 million people. Fighting Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., who, when he trains, when he gets in shape, when he's focused, he will be dangerous for anybody. Look, Canelo Alvarez fought Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. We promoted that fight many years ago. Didn't knock him out, couldn't hurt him. So imagine if Jake Paul can hurt or even wobble Chavez Jr. It's something that Canelo didn't do or couldn't do. So there's a lot of stories to come out from this, a lot of great stories for Jake Paul. So I just feel honored and proud that we can team up with MVP Promotions, with Jake Paul, and we can make Zurdo Ramirez with Torticos the mandatory, that's going to be a bloodbath in itself. So we're excited.
Many analysts believe Canelo's power and reach could be too much for Crawford, especially given Crawford's limited experience at higher weight classes. Sanchez notes that Crawford's agility and speed, key strengths in lighter divisions, might take a hit as he bulks up to 168 pounds. That added weight could slow him down, leaving him more vulnerable to Canelo's pressure and heavy punches. Critics also argue that, despite Crawford's elite skill set, Canelo's physical strength and power might be impossible to overcome. His ability to absorb punishment and deliver crushing body shots has been a defining factor in his dominance at super middleweight.
Tell you what I think should be gone. The notion that Terence Bud Crawford should move up 3 weight classes, 21 pounds, to fight Canelo Alvarez. He's entirely too small. Jamel Charlo already proved that. Y'all remember that scene from Rocky? Remember that scene from Rocky 2? When Carl Weathers was Apollo Creed and his trainer was like, can I be honest? I saw you beat this man within an inch of his life. And he kept coming. He wouldn't go away. He's wrong for us, baby. He's wrong. Let it go. Apollo couldn't do it and lost fight number 2. Trained him for fight Rocky 3 and then got killed in Rocky 4 by Drago because he couldn't let it go. Bud Crawford needs to let it go. Too small.
Former world champion Amir Khan, who fought Canelo in 2016, has issued a strong warning to Crawford. Khan admitted he underestimated the impact of the weight gap and described Canelo as a beast in the ring. He added that he now fully understands why weight classes exist.
Canelo's a beast, man. Canelo's a beast. And you know, when it was offered to me, I tried to chase the Mayweather fight at that time, and it happened. And obviously, I was probably at my peak of my career there as well. So, whoever I was going to fight, I was going to give him a hard fight regardless. Because we were winning that fight against Canelo until he knocked me out. But, yeah, I was boxing well. But you know, one thing, size, there's now I understand why they make weight divisions in boxing. Every weight division. But then again, look, bro, you would probably take it. I was offered like 10 million quid, bro. 10 million quid, bro. Look, end of the day, this is like, it's a lot of money, you know. I thought about it. What made me, when I got the deal on the table for 10 mil, I was like, should I take it or not? But then I worked it out. Normally I have to have 3 or 4 hard training camps and fights to make that kind of money. That's still one fight. So you gotta do it in that one fight, you know what I mean?
Does Canelo beat Crawford?
Size, bro, remember, like, but Crawford then is a big boy as well. Crawford's a big guy when it comes to weight. A box fight, yeah.
you think?
I think Crawford, in my opinion, but size might matter. But then again, I think since when I fought Canelo's become a better boxer. He started boxing more better. You know what I mean? Technical more. Especially against the last fight against Mangui. He boxed really well as well. And he's looking really good. He's still, a lot of people might say, oh, he's getting old and this and another. But no, Canelo's still a beast.
Teofimo Lopez has shared his honest take on the upcoming super middleweight clash between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. While he acknowledges Crawford's elite skills and adaptability, Lopez stresses the major challenge of Canelo's size and power. He notes that Crawford has never faced someone with Canelo's mix of intelligence, experience, and physical strength, especially at super middleweight. Lopez believes Crawford might find success early, but warns that Canelo's ability to adjust and use his physical advantages could make it a tough night for the Nebraska native.
Crawford, Canelo, who you got? Crawford, Canelo? I still say Canelo.
I got Canelo too.
I still say Canelo. Ring IQ, I believe that Crawford has a bit more.
Yeah.
However, it's just the size difference. I think that where Crawford is lacking is that he should test the waters, even with somebody at that weight class before facing Canelo. But hey, they say he's a dog. He's got shot in the head and drove to the hospital, so maybe that's just his mentality.
Hey, let's see. Only one way to find out till that day comes.
It's the only way, but I definitely think that it's a great fight overall. You know, black and brown is how you get down.
Bivol has also addressed Canelo Alvarez's punching power, noting that while Canelo is strong and dangerous, his power isn't on the same level as Artur Beterbiev. Bivol praised Beterbiev's exceptional knockout ability, calling his punches some of the hardest in the sport. By comparison, He said Canelo's power is effective but not as devastating, suggesting Better Biv poses a greater challenge in terms of sheer punching strength. This contrast highlights the different styles and attributes of top fighters in the light heavyweight division.
I could compare like with the Canelo, yeah? He put all his energy, all his power on single punch. And yeah, maybe single punch sometimes he's harder, Canelo, yeah, than Better Biv. Because Better Biv didn't do like, yeah, Better Biv was more like close and compact. But if you ask them, let's do like 5 punches, yeah, Better Biv, every punch will be hard. With Canelo, maybe first hard and then both of them are strong, but Better Biv is bigger and he born strong.
Carl Froch recently shared his thoughts on the Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez matchup, and he didn't hold back. Froch pointed out that Crawford, who made his name at lightweight, would face a huge challenge moving up 3 weight classes. He stressed that the jump from lightweight to super middleweight isn't just about facing a bigger opponent. It's about handling a major size difference that could heavily impact the fight.
3 weight divisions, 2 or 3 weight divisions, for me, it's a big issue. He's not a bigger man. I mean, he's 37 years old, Canelo's 35. They're both sort of at the end of their careers. Crawford, I'm not going to say he's old, so that's going to be a major problem, because as you're older, you do want to step up the weight divisions because it's harder to take weight off. Neither of these guys are taking weight off, so that's not an issue, but there's no rehydration clause. And the issue with that is, for me, is the fact that Canelo can weigh whatever he wants the next day. So he's going to get down to 168 pounds super middle, and he's probably going to be getting in the ring way over 175 pounds at the light heavyweight limit. He'll be up at, like, in English money, it's going to be up at like 14, maybe towards 14 stone. And there's no way that Terence Crawford's going to be that heavy. He's going to be coming up to 168, and it'll only be a few.
Teddy Atlas has weighed in on the Crawford versus Canelo fight, revisiting one of boxing's oldest questions. Can a smaller, more skilled fighter defeat a bigger, stronger one? He believes Crawford's agility, intelligence, and adaptability could be decisive. Atlas praised Crawford's timing and ring IQ, noting these strengths might help him outmaneuver Canelo despite the size disadvantage. He compared the matchup to Manny Pacquiao's 2008 victory over Oscar de la Hoya, where speed and smart strategy overcame size and strength. Atlas thinks Crawford's versatility and craftiness could make a similar upset possible.
I believe we had the Crawford. It looked like we had the Crawford. We were talking about that. Can a really great small guy beat a really good big guy? You know, we were getting into that mind frame again. Some people were saying, oh, Canelo's too big, forget it. But we were getting into the right mind frame, the right with this great sweet science, with this sport that goes back longer than any other sport in the world, where catch weights used to be in the 20s to 30. Little guys beat big guys, and it wasn't that unusual. So we were starting to get into that frame of thinking. Okay, can this great guy Crawford, can he, instead of looking at it as a disadvantage that Canelo is so big, can we look at it that maybe he'll be too smart, too slick, too quick, you know what I mean? Too special in those areas, not to allow Canelo to use his size and his counterpunching and everything else. And that's what the sweet science is about. You know, it's not supposed to be just about, you know, letting a bull run out into the bull ring and then wait into the matador puts a spear in. It's supposed to be about the bull actually having a chance to outslick the matador, which don't happen too often. So now we were starting to get into interesting grounds. Okay, people were buying into it, yeah.
Despite the warnings, Crawford remains confident. He's publicly said he's fought opponents bigger than Canelo before and believes his superior skills will win out. In Crawford's view, Canelo's main edge is size, not technique. This self-belief is one of the reasons many fans admire him. He's never avoided a challenge and always trusts himself to find a way to win. Still, plenty of experts cautioned that facing Canelo at 168 pounds could be an entirely different challenge.
I feel I got the speed over Canelo. I got the reach over him. He might got the size, the power. I got the better skills, boxing skills.
Would it be more of a cat and mouse? The reality is Canelo does put people out. From Kirkland to Amir Khan to just...
Don't do
honestly,
I'm just saying, man.
No, but he's not.
Kovalev was older.
And
he does. Don't get me wrong. He does have a lot of power, but all those guys that you name is not as skillful as me. I'm sorry. No disrespect to none of those fighters. The skill level is not there.
So how do you see a fight with Canelo?
Tough fight. Canelo is a great fighter. Like, I always had respect for Canelo, but I just believe in my skills. The fact that people doubt me, it just fueled me even more. Try to get the fight even more. And I'm watching them, I'm like, man, I can beat this dude. I've been fighting people bigger than me all my life, and I always came out on top. You gonna get hit. It's a fight. He gonna get hit too. It'll be good.
Who do you think takes the edge in this epic clash? Canelo's power or Crawford's skill? Share your thoughts in the comments.